Ladies and gentlemen, how the tables have turned. So those of you who have been trading lately, you guys are probably aware with someone named 404japann on Roblox, alternatively John on Discord, or Five Nights at McDonald's also on Roblox. I already covered this guy in a slightly older video of mine around like 2 months ago, where he was being accused of making fake proofs for items. In case you guys do not know, the proofing system comes from rollimons.com, a Roblox limited value website where people can submit their completed trades in order for some items of theirs to raise or lower, depending on if the proof is an overpay or a lowball for an item. But either way, this doesn't really matter much. This 404 person has been exposed extraordinarily hard. Not only does he himself manipulate the proofs and whatnot, but he has a whole team of people behind it. A few people who used to work with him came forward and actually reviewed a ton of extremely incriminating evidence against John, proving that he actually manipulates items, he fake proofs items and whatnot. Now, before I actually show you the evidence, I have to show you how he would operate. First of all, John would go through the catalog and find an item that has 50 to 120 premium copies. He would then hoard the item by overpaying around its normal amount for it. He would release the copies to his friends for bigger and bigger overpays to increase proofs for the item to raise. After a raise, everyone would completely dump the item and leave new investors, essentially sharking them. After Rollimons implemented his user value requests blacklist, he started distributing copies to his investors, me included. Not me, but like Finn, the guy who is, writing the message. John would also use a popular YouTuber by the name of Telenfreak to buy out the copies on the market with the Robux he has. John would ultimately manipulate the market to have no low sellers so he can raise the overpays to his liking. Telenfreak has gone almost inactive, so he has started using the Roblox player at PlayMeSkate. He would also make the following Roblox user make an item server using the exact same template and proceed to make an album, invite every single owner, etc. John made me and Telenfreak pay with limiteds to be able to work with him and sweep up copies and get them for cheap. Telenfreak paid 150,000, Efino 182,000, and Time Studios 200,000. This is the entire list of items that he has manipulated, a total of 15 confirmed items. So that means that there are a few more out on the wild that are completely unconfirmed, so we do not really know. And this is also the full list of the people who were involved in this. All of these people either invested in his items, directly worked with him, or just collaborated with him to make this entire ordeal a lot easier. You can pause the video if you would like to read the information a little bit, with more patience, but this is the inventory of every single person who has invested in his items and directly collaborated with him. Like Ursany, Talk to Me When You Are Rich with the counterfeit domino crown, Canary's Rule 123 with the counterfeit domino crown and the tasteless blue steel shades, Astro with more counterfeit domino crowns, Telenfreak with 5 counterfeit domino crowns and 3 tasteless blue steel shades. This is the group chat that they would use to share all of the information with all of these people. As you can see, John or 404japann is in this list, along with Ursany, Glint, Finn, Will, Tobu, and Astro. John's latest project is the Punk Face, and the Punk Face, as you guys can see by this very screenshot right here, has been hoarded by 404japann, H42W, and all of these people with penguin avatar. So all of these people that you see that have the penguin avatar, they are involved in this hoarding bonanza. This is a recording of the group chat that Finn made, showing every single bit of conversation that they've been having in the group chats. As I said, you can pause if you want to read through all of this information. But in this video, I just want to throw light into the situation because I feel like this is a very big scandal. This is not something that you see every single day in the trading community. So I feel like I have to show you guys every single little bit of information that I possibly can. Also, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the screenshot that I showed you, 404japann had 18 copies of the Punk Face. He later went from 18 to 14 within 1 day, meaning that he traded some to other people. That other people being exclusively Telenfreak, who most likely paid over 100,000 per copy of the Punk Face. As you can see, the UAADs match. You see 404japann, owner updated 2 days ago, and then 6 hours ago. And then if you take a look at Telenfreak, Telunfric, he also has his inventory privated, and you can see that 20 days ago, 20 days ago, and 6 hours ago. If you compare Telunfric's value from the 19th of July up until the 24th of July, you're going to see that he went from 13.8 million down to 13.4 million, meaning that this was a private investment. He paid John for some copies, so both of them could fake hype this item. What I'm showing here on the screen is now Telunfric being in the starter proof, meaning that this proof actually started the fake hype behind the item. As you can see, the proof before the 100,000 OP was just a 30,000 OP, so you can see that there was some very blatant and obvious manipulation. John also recently kicked someone out of the projects by the names of Leon Kennedy, Fen Uwu, as bro, that name, bro, come on, as he got 2 Overseer Wings copies for cheap while not paying the 200,000 Robux sweeper fee. So anyone who does not pay him a fee, he basically removes from his projects. It is extraordinarily crazy, bro. If you look carefully through the punk face owner list, you will see that John has distributed 7 copies to his friends. And why? Well, because his username is blacklisted from proofs. So he basically just outsources all of these items to multiple people so they can prove on behalf of him. And you know, that's pretty much how he evades the value requests blacklist. Now I put on my headphones because we're gonna listen to something that is very, very, very important, which is an audio call that Finn had with John, which displays how he was trying to recruit Finn into investing into the punk face.
Alright, so there's a problem on PF. Nobody wants to take offers on their copies, so they're telling me I have to dump, not that I have to dump, but like I have to trade off like 4 copies so I can create Zurich. This is like the only project where you can get in and just take the offers. So you can just like give us a proof, you know what I mean?
Bro, I literally have nothing to trade for any of them.
My guy, I'm looking at your inventory right now. You have a bunch of fodder, bro. I can give you some for cheap.
Bro.
The item is about to get 100k proof with Scotland right now. And what's it called? It's selling at $1 million right now. You don't want anything?
Nah.
I bet. Peace out, bro.
Alright, see ya.
Have you guys heard what I heard? The punk face is about to get a 100,000 proof with the Silver King of the Night. I really wonder by who. I really wonder. It's just one of John's minions. That's pretty much it. As you can see, every single one of these Overseer Wing proofs have at least one name that I mentioned earlier. So you know, it is very obvious what he is doing to these items. Not only he himself, but he along with his minions. In this process, he ends up fooling people who are not aware that this is fake hype. What did John say to you about the green flash shades when he got you to trade for it? That I'll be able to get to 400,000 value and it's only got 90 premium copies. Why? Just curious. And what did you get up to after you traded him off? I'm at 312,000, which is like 6,000 more value than I had before. So as you guys can see, you know, John fools people and people actually believe him. The overpays only happen while there are people who are willing to listen to John. After John leaves, there is no incentive to overpay anymore, and this is what he has been doing to all of these items for the last 2 to 3 months, dude. Majority of his projects barely make you the profit that he promises, and most, like the Pie Face, Bombastic Clockwork Shades, Blue Steel Tasteless Shades, etc., end up screwing your value and stunts your trading limits and just overall makes him richer. As the Punk Face project is going on, you can see that literally every single proof includes one of the members of the pyramid scheme. As you guys can see here, every single one of these includes at least one person mentioned earlier on in the video. Also, you know, all of these avatars, they pretty much solidified the theory that all of these are friends and they are working together. To further add on, he never admits to anything as he just transfers his hoard to his friends. There's no good offers. He practically forces them to invest with pressure and reassurance. What I'm about to show is another extraordinarily important video, and I feel like this is the most important part of this entire video.
Alright, so I'm gonna go through how John practically just blacklist evaded. So basically, you see this 120k OP, it was given from Mr. Speedrush to Tobu, which is H42W. He is included in the people right here, Tobu right here. And if you look, Tobu's inventory, this is what it was looking like after he traded off the items, right? Mr. Speedrush gave all of these items in a mass to Tobu for PF. Soon as they got off hold, you will see that they went from Mr. Speedrush to Tobu straight to John. This was with every single item in the trade. Mr. Speedrush, Tobu, John. Look at it. Zara, Mr. Speedrush, Tobu, John.
So as you guys have been able to see, that is pretty much the evidence that he uses all of these 15 and possibly even more people to evade his value requests blacklist. My suggestion, just blacklist all of these people. But anyway, we're gonna get to that in a second.
That's what me and Unwatchable got banned, bro. Same thing you guys are doing right now.
This is dual sharking. Convincing somebody to take a trade as us?
As long as they don't report you, you're fine. But
I'm gonna get banned for this, doing some dumb shit, bro, like this, bro.
So now, there is a lot more to this entire situation that I did not show because I feel like it was not needed. There's a lot more of evidence, a lot more of everything, but I felt like just showing the most essential things. There's a lot more that people are probably going to share. If you ask the right people, I'm pretty sure that you can get the information. In case Finn or anyone else, Astro, whoever is involved in this investigation, in case you guys want to leave a comment down in this video, I'm going to pin it and you guys can, you know, write everything you want with all of the evidence and whatnot, because you guys have my word. I trust you guys. But now comes the part of the situation where I wonder. Astro, Finn, all of these people who were working with John, I really appreciate you guys for coming forward and actually exposing John and all of these wrongdoings of his. You know, of course, I feel like John should be punished, and you know, these people who also worked with him should be punished, like, I don't know, Telenfreak and all of these other people. And when I say everyone, I mean absolutely everyone, even the people who ended up exposing him. Now, why do I say this? I know that this seems a little bit too extreme, but bear with me here. Now look, John, as far as I know, he has been permanently banned from Rollimon's, from Rollimon's trade ads and whatnot, and that is super good. But people like Finn and Astro, I feel like they also deserve punishments. Not as harsh of a punishment, but like, just give them, I don't know, a 2-week cooldown from trade ads or whatever, just so they are not encouraged to do this type of stuff anymore. Sure, they were insiders, but the problem is that they also ended up benefiting from this entire thing. Because as I showed you guys throughout this video, both of them were more than willing to work with him, with John. And now this really makes me wonder, because Astro also said, me and Finn used to work with John on his projects and he screwed everyone over and it's ruining the economy. Now, this does ultimately make me wonder, if John did not screw you guys specifically, Finn, Astro, etc., would you guys have actually come forward and told us this, or would you guys keep it a secret? This is what I'm wondering. You know, I really appreciate the fact that you guys actually exposed this dude, but I've got to take into account that you guys also partook, and you guys also took advantage of people who had nothing to do with this entire scandal. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like people were right all along. So yeah, I don't really know what you guys personally think about John, about Five Nights at McDonald's, about 404 Japan, however you want to call him. I don't really know. I feel like this type of thing is completely inexcusable, and you know, he is just not the type of person that we want in Rollimon's. But now I also think about it. Was this ultimately only his fault, or the people who helped him? I feel like Rollimon's and the value changers and the moderators were also to blame, because at certain times there was some obvious manipulation. You know, people were very obviously manipulating stuff, and Rollimon's just turned a blind eye to absolutely everything. So you know, ultimately all of this ended up happening just because Rollimon's allowed it to happen. They did not value request, blacklist John or any of his friends. What all of these people did can ultimately be classified as sharking, yet Rollimon's pretty much outright refuses to ban these people, and I genuinely cannot understand why. As far as I am concerned, the only person who has been actually banned is 404 Japan. None of his minions got banned, but why? They helped him do that. They helped him do everything, bro. So why are you guys so hesitant about banning these people who do nothing to the community, who do absolutely nothing to benefit the community? Making these fake proofs should more than likely be considered sharking and should be treated as such. It should be permanently bannable with no appeals. But for some reason, you guys just outright refuse to ban these people. And for what reason? Just ban them and the sharding is going to drastically go down. I don't really know. I'm really sorry for the rant, but this has been pissing me off lately, bro. But anyways, please let me know what you guys think down here in the comments, because it would be very, very, very interested to know. I know that today's video was a little bit out of the ordinary, but you know, this is a very important issue in the trading community, and trading is something that I ultimately care a lot about. You know, I feel like I have to bring this up to light. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for every single member of the YouTube channel. Even John, you are a member of my YouTube channel, bro. I'm disappointed in you, John. Very, very disappointed. And I know that you donated to me in live streams and whatnot, but fake proofers and manipulators and whatever, I cannot get behind what you're doing. I can just not get behind what you're doing. Anyways, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, because all of your support is extremely appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. And you know, let me know what you guys think about this entire situation down in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one.